Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron is speaking, and I have Metatron's message for you today about the energies to be expecting post Lightworker Gateway. So post February 23rd, 2023 Gateway, which is coming up next week, or I guess it might even be, quote, this week by the time I get this video posted. But first, let me cover some things with you. One, I want to announce the winner of the free session with me. This was a session that was paid for by another client of mine who was so moved by her session that she generously offered to pay for someone else's session who maybe couldn't afford it at this time. So her name is Michelle Arant, so we thank you, Michelle, for offering this up. The winner that Metatron picked for the session, their name is Marie Wengelin. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Marie Wengelin. I'll put the name in the notes, in the description, there we go, of the video, so we'll have that. For our website, my business partner's website, Orange Light Energy, we have 3 new services on there. 3. So just real quickly, we have a house clearing service. So if the energy of your home is not quite what you want it to be, there's that available. You can read the details on the website. Also, we have 2 different kinds of angel activations on there. So what that means is that we have services that we are offering where we can help you have a connection with the angels or specifically to Metatron. So if you're interested, again, go check out the details on the website. Let's get into the message. Also, I have a new, I don't know if you can see it, I have this crazy large mic on me. I'm trying a new audio system because I've heard a couple people mention that maybe my volume isn't that high. So now it should be better, hopefully, and not muffled, and I don't know. We're gonna find out how this goes. I think it's gonna be great. So here's the message from Metatron. And in addition to this channeled message from him, he first had me draw oracle cards. So I have a stack of oracle cards over here that we're going to look at as well. So here's his message. When the Lightworker Gateway opens fully on the 23rd, the energies of 6th dimensional divine will begin colliding with the existing 2 and 3 dimensional energies of Earth. It will create alternating energies of chaos and beauty that will manifest at every level: world, community, family, and self. These energies will remain prominent through early November of this year. So this energy forecast that I'm giving you right now, this is for end of February through beginning of November, so almost the entire year. The 2 and 3D energies coating your earth are like an oil. Thick, dirty, greasy, suffocating life. The energies being released through the veil are divinely feminine. They are like water. They have come to cleanse and clean and purge what does not belong. And just like oil and water, these energies do not mix. As the divine feminine energy rises like water in the population, the dense, oily energy of 3D is forced to rise to the surface. It is forced to the surface of your consciousness and your lives. All that has been repressed and hidden will be brought boldly into the light. All that has been blindly accepted will become painfully unacceptable. This is a force of change, a force of transformation. As shadows are confronted, healing can begin. There are beautiful pockets in this process, for you are transforming into who you truly are. You are finding your courage and your voice and your power. You are building things. You are building yourself. Grow your heart during this time. You have your heart barricaded under so many protective layers, layers of defense. It's time to peel these off. Surround yourself with those you do not need to defend yourself against. Take action to rearrange your life because these energies will not yield. If it has no place on New Earth, it has no place in your life. Love must be the new standard. There is hard work to be done. There are hard choices that need to be made. This will be uncomfortable. These situations will make your ego squirm because it knows change is coming, and your ego fears anything different. Change is coming. It is what you've been waiting for, but it will take your actions to get there. This new world must be built brick by brick with your hands. Do you feel ill-equipped? That is a lie. You hold all of your own power. You are a force to be reckoned with, or the world would not be so keen to repress you. As you reconnect to yourself, you will see the truth of who you are and who you have always been. These energies will put the pressure on change that is necessary and change that is beneficial. The change is inevitable. It will occur one way or another. You can do it the easy way by choosing it consciously now, or if you hide from it now, it will only grow more difficult until there is no other option. Consciousness is rising. It will change everything. It will change what you enjoy and who you talk to and what you watch and what you eat and what you value. Expect to see people quitting their job. Expect to see people ending their relationship. Expect to see people kicking habits. Expect to see people moving. Expect to see friendships changing. Expect to see long-held beliefs dissolving. Expect to see minds and hearts opening. Expect to see people asking more questions and taking more initiative and stepping outside their comfort zones. It will sometimes feel like a hurricane, but from our vantage point, it is pure beauty to see you transform, to see you return to yourself, to watch you break free, to see real love return, to see where we see where this is headed. We understand this is necessary upheaval to bring you to a place of true peace. None of this is in vain. What you choose in this life matters. Your choices build more of the old, or they build more of the new. You get to choose. The old ways of living are precariously positioned like a house built upon sand. It will not survive the waves of love and light that are coming. Nothing old will withstand the totality of this transformation. So while it is destruction, what is being destroyed is that which never belonged on earth in the first place. And that is the end of the message. So I'm going to start pulling up these cards for you guys. So this is an extremely powerful message. And again, these are the energies that we are going to be contending with now that we are having this gateway where the veil has been cracked open so that this divine feminine energy is coming through. It's finally hitting the earth. We're finally being exposed to the vibration that we should have always been at. So we're having these divine feminine energies and our, old 3D ways, and everything's going to collide. And so everything that is 3D, like you said, it's going to be like water for the divine, and it's going to be like oil for the 3D, and that divine energy is going to rise up, and it's going to expose all of this dirty 3D energy and misdeeds that have been done, and everything that you can think of that was done in a 2D or a 3D energy. It has to be brought to light so it can be healed, so it can be exposed, so it can be fixed. So that is what we have to look forward to. And like he says, even though it's destructive, even though it's tumultuous and feels chaotic, it has to be done. Oh, and I just lost my light. See, this is what happens whenever I give like really important messages or I'm trying to do something that's of value. I have technical difficulties. So those are the demonic forces in my life. And that is my Metatron validation that I will get interruptions whenever I'm trying to do something of relevance, but we're just going to keep going with this video. So the oracle cards that I pulled the decks that Metatron wanted me to pull. I pulled the cards that he wanted flew out of the decks. So one of the decks that I use, actually two of them, are dragon decks. And this is very appropriate because we're talking about the Lightworker Gateway, which is divine feminine energy, which is symbolic of dragon energy, which the dragons are involved in this. So one of the cards that came up, and by the way, these are ridiculously cute cards. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with them. They're like little baby dragons, and every card is like a different fruit or vegetable. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. I love it so much. This one's garlic. Anyways, the actual message on here is boundaries. So this is important because one of the things that we are going to be doing now with all this divine feminine energy, with all this empowerment, is we are going to start setting healthy boundaries. This does not mean we have to be unkind. You can be very loving and still set boundaries for yourself. And that is self-love when you do that. When you say to someone, okay, this is how it's appropriate and acceptable to treat me, and I will not accept anything less. And that is your self-love. Vulnerable. One of the things that we're going to be working on this timeline, I should leave this up longer. One of the things we're going to be working on in this timeline is our vulnerability. The problem is that in the past, we have been vulnerable with the wrong people in the wrong situations. And so from that, we have become jaded and we have hardened our hearts. So one of the things we need to learn to do is to become vulnerable again and to make sure that we're mindful of who and how we are vulnerable, to protect our hearts, to be mindful of our hearts. Defense. So this kind of ties back to what Metatron was saying when he was talking about you have these layers that you need to peel back from your heart, and you need to quit spending time around people that you feel like you need to defend yourself to. I mean, that's big. If you're around people that make you feel like you need to explain yourself, It's the wrong people. It's the wrong energy. Set your boundary. Get out of there. The other dragon deck he had me pull from. I don't know if you can see that. Conquering your demons. The way we're going to change the world is we're going to change ourselves. And unfortunately, all of us have a ton of trauma and a ton of darker things about ourselves that need to be looked at in the light, need to be looked at with consciousness. And so conquering the demons is being brave enough to look at our demons. Look at the demons. Look at, where is this coming from? Why am I doing this? What wound is there that I need to heal so that I can quit hurting other people because I'm hurt? So that's what this is about. Carving your own path. That divine feminine energy that we're going to be getting, it's all about taking back our sovereignty. It's all about taking action and taking ownership and taking actions that are for ourselves. The independence and the carving your own path, I just see this as taking back our sovereignty, building the things that we want to build, not the things we should build, not the things that somebody expects us to build, building what we want to build. The grief card, accepting loss. This one's unfortunate, but it's the reality, right? The reality of change is that something has to be lost, something has to be left behind to have something new brought in its place. So yes, we're leaving behind things that aren't good for us, or things that are no longer good for us. But it hurts. It hurts to have a loss. So there's going to be grief in the process, and that is going to be, for all of us, part of this process is accepting and grieving what we have to let go of in order to make space for the beautiful new things that we need, that we want, that we've been waiting for. The storyteller. This card is about our voices. The divine feminine has been absent from Earth, and now I have a cat walking around, so if you see wiggling, it's a cat. Kitty, lay down. Yeah, baby, lay down. So the divine feminine voice has been missing from the planet, missing from history, missing from everything. It's almost like we were wiped out and we don't even exist, right? It's time to start talking. It's time to start telling our stories. This is an important part of our healing. This is an important part of just taking up space and just being part of humanity. And when we do this, it's like a grand symphony. When all of us start speaking up, all of the individual instruments combine into a symphony. And there's a greater impact when all of us are choosing to speak up versus just one of us. So it's that symphony card. Ooh, I'm debating which card set to do next. I guess I'll do this one. Soul searching and reevaluation. We're gonna have to look critically at our lives, at what is not working, or the things in our lives that are not full of love, that are not giving us the love that we should be getting from it, whether it's a job, relationship, the place that you live. So we're going to need to evaluate that and search our souls and make changes. And here we go. That's kind of ties into this one. Energy and results. So we're going to have to make changes to get the results. We can't just think, ooh, I hate this job, or this relationship has not been working out for a long time. We can't just think it. We have to change it. We have to take action for it. Transformation. Check out that snake. Beautiful snake. Symbol of the divine feminine. That's what this entire message was about, was transformation. This is the energy of transformation coming in to change everything. Courage. We need the courage to make the changes that result in the transformation. Pulled the Tower card. I'm not using these as a tarot deck. I'm using them as oracle cards. So the message below that is release and revelation. So this kind of ties into that grief card where we're going to have to let go of what's no longer serving us. My next set of cards, you can't even make this up. Look at this. Divine Gateway. Are you kidding me right now? Can't believe he gave us this card. So for me, this was just obviously for the Lightworker Gateway. Shadow work. We know we have to do this. You know, sometimes people mean different things when they're saying shadow work and it sounds really fancy. It's not. It's take a look at yourself. Take a look at your triggers. Take a look at your hurts. Get to the root cause of all of it. Ooh, more cats moving. Sorry. Manifestation. This is one of the key components to that divine energy that's coming in, is the ability to manifest. So this is the positive side. This is the beautiful side. This is something that we can tap into as we are building our new world, our new lives that we want. Healing hands. I felt like this card was really tying back to the heart, your heart energy. Getting back to healing whatever it is that's making your heart feel hardened or closed off. Because once we can access that heart energy goes out through your hands, and your love goes out, and love heals. Resistance. There's definitely going to be resistance while we're going through this process. Unless everyone around you is very awakened, very conscious, there's going to be some resistance and some confusion around why you're making the best choices for yourself, unfortunately. So I like this card. There's the stairway, and there's all these different doorways, and it almost looks like a gateway. There's even a doorway over here. But yeah, there's going to be resistance, and we're going to be resisting the other side all at once. Metatron had me pull crystal cards, which I wasn't expecting, because we only normally do that for monthly updates. Check this out. Open up your heart. Again, we've been talking about this, so go back to the heart energy. Now, all of these cards, so this one's pink for the heart, right? I now have the next 3 cards are green for heart energy. So he's pushing hard on the heart energy thing right now. So Epidot, I'm not even sure how you pronounce this. go deeper. So go deeper into what is triggering me, what is wrong, why is this making me sad, why is this, why do I feel this way? Jade, be the bigger person. So this is about us being able to show love to others, even if we're setting boundaries with them. Whatever we're doing, whatever our interaction is, we don't need to lash out at other people. We don't need to demonstrate anger with other people. We can. Maybe anger in a non-harmful way, I'll say. But I think the point is, be the bigger person is take a deep breath. Be conscious when you react. That's what this is. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Metatron. I needed words for that. That is what he's saying. Adventuring. Create your own luck. Taking action is creating your own luck. It's creating your own future. You can't have luck and you can't have options unless you are making them. If you're waiting around for something to arrive, you're really just waiting around for everyone else's choices to create yours. You don't want to do that. Got to make your own luck. Got to make your own path. All right, Metatron's going to have to explain this one to me. The last card, Pyrite. Let the money flow in. So, traditionally I would think of this card as an abundance card. Yeah, okay, so he's tying it back to creativity. Okay, so the divine feminine energy that's coming in, he's showing me by being creative, by building, by making things, we are letting the abundance flow in. It's tied into that. That's that, and he's saying yes. That's interesting. I haven't heard that before from him. So, okay, so creativity and abundance tied together. Who knew? So those are all the cards. I'm sorry my light went out. I guess I'll plug it in for longer next time. I will list all of the Oracle card decks in the description in case anybody's interested. I'm going to list the name of the winner in the description so that they can identify their own name. And to the winner, Marie, please go to the website and go to our contact form and reach out to Susan and I so that we can get you set up on your appointment. Until next time, all of you guys, love you so much. Bye-bye.